Hey there, Rez. How's it going? Hope all is well. I'm just going to take a moment or two to send my notifications out. Please bear with me. I see a couple people have joined us. Robert Kennedy's with us. Hey, Robert. Rob Friedrich is with us. Hey, dude. Just sending out the notifications. We're going to start in just a moment. Can everybody hear me okay? As you can see, we're doing a slightly new format. All right, all right. Okay, we've made all of our notifications and sent those out. We are going to start the show. Welcome, my friends, to another edition of Lightning Rod Collectibles Live, bringing you the best and the coolest from the diamond, modern, copper, bronze, silver, and even the golden age of comics. You are watching episode number 454 presenting our all-new, all-improved format. I am your host, Michael D. Lepine. Welcome, one and all. So what do you think, guys? We got some cool stuff going on. Let me tell you how this is going to go. We have got, at any given time on this spanking new rack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items at a clip. So you're going to be able to either claim a book where it says claim, or bid on a book where it says auction. Also, we have a special kind of claim, a claim we call today's lightning rod special value. It is a claim at a considerable discount. So I'm hoping everybody will enjoy that. I'm going to take out my trusty Post-it pad because we're going to be writing down prices and stuff as things progress along. And I am going to start, and I'm going to bring forward pretty much everything so that you can see up close and personal. And I'm also going to rely on my notes like I usually do. And I'll be typing those notes into the feed, or copying and pasting them into the feed because they are all ready. Let's start from letter A. And if you want to bid on something or if you want to claim something, all you have to do is type in the letter. So we're going to start at A. Let me just post that in the feed. What is Robert saying? Robert says, looks great. A little hard to make out some of the names of the comics, but that could be where I don't have my glasses on. Well, that's okay, because I'm going to bring everything up close to the screen. So I just put this in the feed. Here's the first book. This is a claim item. I'll buy it now. On the left, bring it up close. How come I'm not seeing anything on my screen? There we go. Can you guys see that just fine? Can you see me bringing the book up to the screen? Okay. This is our first book. For the first, I have to look at my StreamYard feed in order to see everything live, but everything on the Facebook screen is frozen, and it moves up when I... Hold on a second. There we go. All right, now it's working. Frozen. Whoops. It moves up when I... Don't need an echo. There we go. This is our first book. This is a claim item. It is Superman's girlfriend, and it looks like she's kind of fed up in being his girlfriend, Lois Lane. This is issue number 80. Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, issue number 80. The story inside is by Leo Dorfman. The art by Kurt Schaffenberger. The cover is by Kurt Swan inked by Neil Adams. In this issue, Lois leaves Superman and Metropolis behind to fall for an astronaut. This issue came out in January 1968. The grade range is 3.5, very good minus, to 4.0, very good condition. And I'm going to slap the buy it now right on here. Our buy it now for Lois Lane is $8. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that. Hold on a second. There will be some growing pains for this first all new episode, I'm sure. I think I need a thicker marker. All right, let me try to post it again. Cindy Carrasco has joined us. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Trying out a new format, Cindy. All right, let's get rid of this one and do this one. $8. Claim it, it is yours for $8. I'm just adjusting my screens so that I can make what I'm seeing on the screen a bit more manageable. All right. Now let's move on to the next one. This book in the middle. The book in the middle is an auction item. A Bronze Age marble. By the way, that Lois Lane issue is Silver Age. Now in the middle we have a Bronze Age marble. It is an auction item. All right, use that. Oh wait. Okay. Auction item. The Tomb of Dracula. Auction item. The Tomb of Dracula, number 37. Tomb of Dracula. Bronze Age marble. Stories by Marv Wolfman. Art by Gene Colan and Tom Palmer. The cover is by Gil Kane and Tom Palmer. This book features the 9th appearance of Dr. Sun. Dr. Sun was a villain he's pretty much known as a floating brain, and he crossed over from the Tomb of Dracula series into the Fantastic Four, and he was the villain against them for a little while too. This issue also features an appearance by Brother Voodoo, and there is a Series A Marvel value stamp inside, intact, on the letters page. Number 12, Daredevil, has rendered by Jack Kirby and John Romita Sr. So this is an auction item, Bronze Age, from October 1975. The grade range is 6.5 fine plus to 7.0 fine. 7.0 is fine, very fine condition. The opening bid on this issue is $14. Opening bid, $14. Okay, that's our B book. If you're interested in any item, you want to place a bid, or you want to claim something, give me the corresponding letter. I'm going to give you the next item, which is the book at the top on the far right. It is a modern age Marvel Comics item. It is a claim item. Reyes says B For Tomb of Dracula, he puts in an opening bid of $14. Awesome. Reyes has the high bid on Tomb of Dracula, $14. Let me just get my gavel ready. Got my trusty gavel ready. Okay, got another claim item I'm going to give you. The book at the top on the far right is a claim item. It is this one. This is the Avengers number 1.5. Even though this is not a Silver Age book, this is a Silver Age adventure which takes place immediately after Avengers Volume 1, number 1. This issue, as published in December 1999, takes place immediately after Avengers Volume 1, number 1. The stories in here are by Roger Stern and Glenn Herdling. The art is by Bruce Timm, great animator and great comic artist, Greg Schiegel and Richard Case, plus pinups by Paul Smith and Dick Ayers. The cover is by Bruce Timm. Awesome issue. This adventure takes place between Avengers Volume 1, number 1 and number 2. Number 1 was originally published September 1963, and issue 2, November 1963. This is the first chronological appearance of Ant-Man as Giant Man. So he becomes Giant Man for the first time chronologically in Marvel continuity in this issue. And there's an appearance by the main villain, which is, as you can tell, Dr. Doom. Inside, there's an 8-page Marvel Comics Fast Lane story starring Spider-Man. It's an insert that's included in the book, which is written by Glenn Herdling and featuring artwork by Greg Schlegel and Richard Case. And in that story, Spider-Man faces off against Mysterio. This also includes 2 old-style Marvel ads. Well, they're new because they were done in 1999, but they're made to look old as they would appear in a Silver Age Marvel comic for books that never happened, but it's fun to look at stuff like that. They are mock cover ads, one for an issue of Kid Colt Outlaw, that's the one by Paul Smith, and one for Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, and that one's done by Dick Ayers. Great issue. December 1999. The grade on this issue is 9.0, very fine, near mint, to 9.2, near mint minus. This is a claim. This is a buy it now. The buy it now is $5. Claim it, and it is yours for $5. If you wish to claim it, give me the corresponding letter, which is C. So they went back to the future. No. Well, yeah, no. So it's kind of cool. I get what you're saying. Just as a reminder for everybody, I put this in the form of this cool signage. It shows you what episode we're on. And this one here tells you all about our shipping. I ship using priority mail, either by envelope or by box. If it's a priority mail envelope, up to 8 comics will fit in it for a total of $9. If it's anywhere between 9 comics and 30 comics, you'll be getting it in a priority mail box. Based on what's going in the box, it'll either be a medium-sized box or a large box. You know, they really should flip it around because you can hold more stuff in the medium-sized box than you can in the large box. That will cost $17 shipping. Of course, I encourage everybody, buy multiples and save on shipping. So we're going to going once on the Tomb of Dracula. Do I have any other bids on the Tomb of Dracula? Now is the time, because this book is going to go fairly soon. Tomb of Dracula, the high bid is $14 by Reyes Galleries. That is the book in the middle, right? Yeah. All right, next item. Let's go to my notes on this. Now, this is a cool one. You don't see this kind of thing often on the show, so that's why I like to put stuff like this on there. Okay. In the middle tier, on the far left, it's an entire box of super cool trading cards. This is a box, full box. There's no cellophane on the outside of the box, but this box would normally come with 36 packs. This box has 36 packs plus 1. 36 packs plus 1. 37 packs, all sealed, all factory sealed. Not one of them has been opened. This is the Topps Batman Returns movie photo card set. This is the box set. This has it's a complete trading card box of unopened movie photo cards. The packs look like this. Let me just take out the 37th one. All of them sealed. All photo cards from the film Batman Returns, which was the great first Batman sequel, the second film starring Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne and Batman, and he's getting ready to make a comeback as the Dark Knight detective, if you've been following pop culture about what's going on with that. The movie also starred Danny DeVito as the Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Also, Christopher Walken as a villain named Max Schreck. And interestingly enough, there was no Max Schreck in the comics per se, but Max Schreck, in case you didn't know it, was the name of the actor who played Count Dracula in the 1922 silent film Nosferatu. So I like history and trivia like that. Has viewers of Lightning Rod Collectibles Live well know. I'm catching up on all the Batman movies, Reyes says. Hopefully seeing the new one on opening day. Yes, I'm definitely going to be there. And next week, I'm going to have an awesome The Batman plastic drinking cup. So look forward to that for the next show. So this pack, this box set contains 36 factory sealed packs of 9 cards each. But this box is going to give you 37 packs of 9 cards each, including 1 Batman Returns Stadium Club card per pack. Plus, as I said, there's 1 extra pack. The set consists of 88 trading cards. That's when you collect all the packs out of all the sets after you compile as you compile a set out of all the trading cards. If you buy this and you open up all the packs, you'll be able to make at least 3, maybe 4 sets of 88 cards and 10 Stadium Club cards. But everything is factory sealed, so when you get it in your hands, have at it. From the summer of 1992. The grade range is 9.9 mint condition to 10.0 gem mint condition. And I'm referring to the cards themselves, the packs, which are all still factory sealed, unopened. 37 of them. You normally get 36 packs in the box. You got 37 here. The opening bid is $24. Opening bid on this great box set, $24. And we're going to do going twice on $14 for the Tomb of Dracula. The high bidder is Reyes Galaviz. $14 is the bid to beat. You've got one more chance. This is going to go very soon. Jump on it if you are so inclined. Wow, 30 years old. Yeah. Isn't that wild? On the Batman Returns, 30 years old. Yep. It's definitely worth it. Reyes, you might want to consider that. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the book in the middle tier, on the middle. Let me get my notes from it. It is a Copper Age claim item from DC Comics. Copper Age claim items from DC Comics. It is Star Trek from DC Comics. This is Volume 2. Volume 2, Number 1. It's number 1B. It is the direct edition. The story inside is by Peter David. The art is by James Fry and Arnie Starr. The cover, I used to love these covers from this man, Jerome K. Moore, who for a while did a lot of Star Trek covers because he gets these likenesses down. Look at those. Look at how awesome that is. Oh, just love it. I wish the insides looked as nice. The insides are cool. But if the entire issue looked like this, man, forget about it. This issue, interestingly enough, takes place chronologically after the motion picture Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, which I have to admit is one of the worst of the films. Oh man, that I hated that film. But just so you know, this is where it falls chronologically. The issue was published in October 1989. The grade range on this issue is 9.0, very fine, near mint, to 9.2, near mint minus. And this is a buy it now, claim it at $5, and it is yours. Star Trek Volume 2, number 1. Next up in the middle tier, on the far right, oops, hold on. But before we get on that, last call for the Tomb of Dracula, number 37. Last call. Reyes Galaviz has the high bid at $14. Going once, $14. Going twice, sold. Thank you, Reyes. All right. We're going to slap a post-it on that. All right. We're going to grab this. Reyes is the winner. Thank you, Reyes. Awesome sauce. Oh, I like it. All right. I will fill that hole on our B slot in just a moment. But first, in our F slot, it's an auction item from Marvel, Bronze Age. And you're going to need to get your ducats out for that one. Let's pull this closer. And one thing that's cool about this show is that our patrons on the show know each other and congratulate each other when they win. This is a Bronze Age Marvel auction item. The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 189. I'm trying to minimize the glare on that. Volume 1, number 189, The Amazing Spider-Man. The story is by Marv Wolfman. The art is by John Byrne with inks by Jim Mooney. The cover is by John Byrne with inks by Bob McLeod, featuring an appearance by the Man-Wolf. That's the guy in the mummy outfit, who is J. Jonah Jameson's son. This was published in February of 1979. The grade range is 9.6 near mint plus to 9.8 near mint condition. The opening bid on this book is $50. The opening bid on this book is $50. So you'll have to dig deep in your pockets for this one. It is our auction item. And I am going to take an auction item from our G spot and move it up to our B spot. Now, this next book is definitely a must-have book. It is a Copper Age from Marvel, and it's a key issue. It is an auction item. This is Wolverine, Volume 2, issue number 10. It's number 10B. It is a direct edition. Issue number 10B of Wolverine, Volume 2. Copper Age Marvel. Classic battle. The story is by Chris Claremont. The art by John Buscema. Inked by Bill Sienkiewicz. And the cover is all Bill Sienkiewicz. This is why it's a key issue. It is the fourth chronological battle between Wolverine and Sabretooth. Of course, back in the day, it was believed, but I don't think it was ever substantiated, that Wolverine, well, it was substantiated in origin, but it was believed that Wolverine was the son of Sabretooth. And that was perpetuated for a long time. This is from August 1989. Be advised, the white has turned slightly yellow on the cover. Otherwise, it's still in great shape. The grade range on this is 8.0, very fine, to 8.5, very fine plus condition. This is an auction item. The opening bid, $50. $50 is the opening bid. So it's another one you're going to have to dig deep for. But we got some fine ones like this coming up. We're going to move that into our auction B slot. Now there's another book. It's two books, a set that I have to turn you on to. Hope everybody's enjoying this new format where you can get more of everything. All right. This is not an auction item coming up. In fact, it's one of our today's lightning rod special value items. The first of the show. This is what you get. Bronze Age Marvel Comics claim items. Today's lightning rod special value. It is ROM Space Knight number 17 and number 18B. Number 17 and number 18B. Why is this hot? Because the X-Men are guest starring. The story's by Bill Mantlo and Sal Buscema and Chris Claremont. The art is by Sal Buscema and Al Milgrom with an inking assist by Frank Giacoia. Both covers are by Frank Miller with inks by Al Milgrom on 17 and Terry Austin on 18. This features a 2-issue storyline with an appearance by the X-Men, Storm, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Wolverine. And it features the first and second appearance of the villainous creature called the Hybrid. Issue 17 is a newsstand edition. Issue 18 is a direct edition. These issues came out in April and May of 1981. April and May 1981. The grade ranges 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine near mint, and that's for issue 17. And for issue 18, 9.6 near mint plus to 9.8 near mint condition. Today's lightning rod special value, $25 for the pair. $25. Claim it, and the pair is yours for $25. Let's slap that on there. Oh, I got it. There it is. It's still on the pad. Where to put it? Where to put it? Right there. How about right here? All right, cool stuff. We're going to put a book in the G spot. But first, before we do that, well, no. Here's our next book. Hope everybody is enjoying the new format. I wanted to give everybody a little bit more bang for their buck. And next, I'm going to be exploring more options to get more customers on the show. I've been absent for several weeks, working like a dog, but I wanted to get back to this because this is what I love. And I know you guys love it too because you keep coming back, and I am grateful. All right, here comes the next book. It's a classic in more ways than one. It's Golden Age, and it just happens to be an issue of Classics Illustrated. The book going in the auction G spot. No jokes, please. Classics Illustrated, number 79, with an HRN number of 118, and I'll explain that. Cyrano de Bergerac. The story is from Ken Fitch, freely adapted from the novel by Edmund Rostand. The art and the cover are by Alex Bloom. The HRN number, which is known as the highest resale number, is 118. Rob Roy. Now, how that works is, for those of you that kind of scratch your head about how the numbering works on Classics Illustrated issues, sometimes on the back cover, sometimes on the inside back cover, sometimes on the inside front cover, there is an order form for back issues of Classics Illustrated, because this is mainly used as a teaching aid for classrooms, even though it was sold in newsstands. What you would do is, and this would help you figure out how many printings of an issue there were, you would check that checklist on the order form and see what the last book on the checklist is. In this case, the last book is issue number 118, Rob Roy. And that means for this book, this is the second reprint. Because in the earlier reprints, the first printing and the second printing, the resale number, the HRN, the highest resale number, is lower than 118. Maybe it's 115, or maybe it's 111. You know, and every time a book goes through a reprinting, the order sheet updates because they sold more issues, more new issues of Classics Illustrated. So this is issue number 79 with an HRN of 118. And incidentally, that means this book is the third printing of this issue. That's the third printing, marked the highest resale number, or HRN, at 118, Rob Roy. This issue came out in January of 1951. The grade range is 2.0, good condition, to 2.5, good plus condition. The opening bid on this auction item is $5. Opening bid, $5. Classics Illustrated. Cyrano, no Sergio's here. Cyrano de Bergerac. All right. Next book coming up, we're going to swap a book out. We're going to swap our A book out. Hope everybody can hear me well and can hear the music too. And hope the music is not overpowering my voice. All right, here's the next book. It's going in our A slot, which means our A slot book is coming down. No takers on Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane, number 80. If you want it and it's after the show, just contact me. The claim on this book is $8. Here's our new claim book. Cool issue. New claim book. Silver Age Marvel. Silver Age Marvel. Tales of Suspense, Volume 1, number 91. This issue, during its heyday, ran 2 stories every issue, 1 Iron Man story, 1 Captain America story. The stories are both written by Stan Lee. The Iron Man story is drawn by Gene Colan and Frank Giacoia. The Captain America story is drawn by Gil Kane and Joe Sinnott. The cover is an Iron Man cover by Gene Colan and Frank Giacoia. The Iron Man story features the first appearance of the Crusher. And there he is on the cover. ugly little dude, isn't he? Well, no, not that little either. The Captain America story features appearances by the Red Skull and the Avengers. This issue was published in 1967. The grade range is 7.0, fine, very fine, to 7.5, very fine minus. The buy it now on this issue is $40. Claim it, and it is yours for $40. All right. What will he do next? Well, I'm glad you asked. Next book up. It's another claim item. I'm going to swap out that Avengers that's up there. Okay. There's going to be several books like this because I feel attention should go towards this man. Definitely a pioneer of comic art, the great George Perez. He is still with us, but unfortunately not for much longer. For those of you that are unaware, George Perez sadly is dying. He is suffering from cancer. I want to say it's pancreatic cancer. He let his fans and friends and loved ones know on Facebook in December. And the doctors gave him a stage 3 prognosis. They said that it is terminal, and he probably will last another 6 months to a year. We're like 3 months in on that diagnosis. He has chosen not to undergo treatment, and he spent the remaining time with family and friends. He has canceled his engagements because he was scheduled to appear at several Comic-Cons signing his work. So that unfortunately is it. And as of last week, he entered into hospice care. And as anybody familiar with that knows, hospice care is pretty much the beginning of the end. But he is in good spirits. And I have to tell you, it breaks my heart that this is happening. So I'm honoring him the best way I know how is to present his books on this show. So this is going to be our C book. It is a claim item from DC Comics. It is The New Teen Titans, Volume 2, Number 1. This was the title that was meant specifically for direct sales. This is the direct edition. There was no newsstand edition on this. It was all direct sales. And simultaneously, they had a different New Teen Titans book that was a newsstand and direct edition book. Slightly different timeline. I mean, it both happened present day, but the timeline was slightly different. Separate adventures. And this book was meant strictly for direct sales. This is a claim issue. Volume 2, number 1. The story is by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. They collaborated on the story. The art and the cover are by George Perez. Direct edition, featuring appearances by Jericho. There he is. Jericho is the son of Deathstroke, the Terminator. And the demonic Trigon. This was published in August of 1984. The grade range is 9.0, very fine near mint, to 9.2, near mint minus. This is a buy it now, claim it, and it is yours for $14. $14, and this is yours. This is a claim item. It is our number C item, letter C item. If you're interested in it, just type in the letter C, and it is yours for $14. God loves George Perez. One of my favorites. His command of detail is staggering. Okay, I'm going to throw another claim in the mix. I'm going to replace our E title, which is Star Trek. We'll throw another claim in there. Hey, Doug, how are you? Douglas Wells has joined us. Hope you missed me, brother. Trying out a new format. So far, so good. The only things you missed was a claim for Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, number 80, and a claim for Avengers number 1.5. What's the Star Trek look like? This is Star Trek Volume 2, number 1 from DC Comics. It is a claim at $5. Cool, I missed you too. This is taking place chronologically right after Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, which is probably the worst of the film series. But the cover, it's a beautiful cover by Jerome K. Moore. The inside is by, and pull it back up again, Peter David, who wrote the story. James Fry and Arnie Starr did the art. From October 1989, the grade is 9.0, very fine near mint to 9.2, near mint minus. Claim it and it's yours for $5. What do you think, Doug? You want it? Any spine ticks? If you want to count the very top corner, little blunt at the top corner, tiny loss of thickness. I don't even know if that's a word, thickness. But other than that, no. I don't know if you can see that. What do you think? Claimed. All right, Doug. All right, let me put the Post-it note on it. And then I'll swap it out. There we go. This will come off. This one will go on. And that is yours. Thank you, Doug. Oh, Doug says, by the way, Shuri and I sent in the Infinity Gauntlet 1 we bought from you to the CGC George Perez signing. I hope you were able to get that signed, and I hope that that signing did not get canceled because of his health. Because I take it, Doug, you are aware of his current health situation. Because I was just talking about it. I don't know how much of it you caught, if you caught it. And unfortunately, he's in hospice care now, so he's not going to be doing any more signings of any kind. So I hope you guys were able to get that done before all of his appearances and engagements got canceled. Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm going to miss him terribly. You know, I'll tell you something. I'll fill you in on a funny story. I wish I had the opportunity to tell George directly. I unfortunately had never met him. But as you know, I've met a lot of people in the industry. I used to work at DC Comics back in the day, and I worked in the production bullpen. And in that office where we all worked, you would walk in a little bit of the corridor, and then to the right would be a copy machine that everybody used, and right behind the copy machine was my desk. The artist Ross Andrew used to come in. Now, Ross Andrew has done a lot of work over the years for DC and Marvel, but he's probably most known for drawing Spider-Man for many years. And he came up to me. You know, he was making copies of what he had, because he came in for either one of two reasons, either to drop off work or to pick up work or both. And he saw me there, and he says to me, "Hey, George, how's it going?" He confused me for George Perez. And I was flattered, but I was very polite, and I was like, no, I'm Michael D. Lepine. Thank you for thinking I'm George. I wish I drew as well as him. I wish I made the money he was making. But he's cool, but I'm not George. And I don't know, and we had a pleasant conversation, Ross Andrew and I, about it. But about a week or two later, he comes in again. Ross Andrew comes in, and again he says, "Hey, George, what's happening?" to me. After the third or fourth time he would come in and mistake me for George Perez, I just stopped correcting him. And he'd say, "Hey, George, how's it going?" "Oh, I'm doing fine. How you doing?" And I like to think that George Perez would get a kick out of that story. Doug says, we got it in well before the deadline, and they confirmed they got it. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm about to put up the next claim book. Just gonna make my little sticker. It is a claim item from Marvel, Bronze Age. You'll have to dig a little deeper in your pockets for this one. Here we have The Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, did I put this in the feed? Ah, Doug is too kind. George Perez is way better looking than you. Well, he's kind to George Perez. I don't know how kind that is to me. But I'm joking. Anywho. Hold on, let me put this in the feed. Bronze Age Marvel. The Amazing Spider-Man. Volume 1, number 128. Oh, crap. I want to make sure I grab all of it from my notes. There we go. Number 128 from Volume 1. The story is by Jerry Conway. The art by Ross Andrew. Hello. With inks by Frank Giacoia. Dave Hunt did an ink assist. The cover is by John Romita Sr. This features the second appearance of the third Vulture. Yes, there have been 3 Vultures. There's Adrian Toombs is the first one, and the second one is Blackie Drago. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what the name of the third Vulture is. But he only made an appearance in the previous issue of this, number 127, and this issue. This is from January 1974. The grade range is 6.5, fine plus, to 7.0, fine, very fine condition. This is a buy it now. Claim it and it is yours for $68. $68 and this book is yours. Bronze Age. Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, number 128. It's in our e-spot. Either type out the name of the book or just simply type in the letter E to claim this book. All right, what's next? Another George Perez item coming up. One of my personal favorite George Perez issues. And it's awesome enough by itself, but Terry Austin happened to ink this issue. It is an auction item from the Bronze Age of Marvel. Okay, let's put this in the feed. Bronze Age Marvel featuring Marvel's Merry Mutants. Clifton something is the name of the third Vulture, I believe. That sounds very familiar, Robert. I think you're right. Thank you. And he was a doctor, too. All right, here we go. Oops. Bronze Age Marvel Comics auction item. It is the Uncanny X-Men Annual, number 3, from 1979. The story is by Chris Claremont. The art is by George Perez and Terry Austin. The cover is by Frank Miller and Terry Austin. This is a direct edition, and it features the 7th appearance of Archon, the Thunderer. And he is known from the Avengers issues. This issue, and it is gorgeous inside. It really is. From August 1979, the grade range is 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine near mint condition. The opening bid on this issue is $16. Opening bid is $16. Who will give me a bid of $16? I'm swapping out the item in our auction F slot, which is The Amazing Spider-Man number 189 from Volume 1, John Byrne. So if anybody wants to contact me about this later, please let me know. And do we have a bid from Rodney Cooling? Our buddy from Queensland, Australia? Here I am. Yes, we do. $16 is the opening bid for X-Men Annual 3. $16 is the bid to beat. Anybody else wants to jump in on that? Please feel free, because it won't last long. I'm going to throw in another claim item. How are you, Rodney? Hope all is well. I hope the situation, the COVID situation where you are, has improved. The ROM grades, okay? Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to snag my next batch of notes to drop in. Yes, we're starting to open up. We can stop wearing masks in most places next month. That's wonderful news. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that, Rodney. The grades on the ROM Space Knight pair, which is today's Lightning Rod special value. It's one of them anyway. And therefore a claim item. Let me go to my notes on that. The grades are on issue number 17 of ROM Space Knight. The grade range is 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine near mint. And on issue 18, the grade range is 9.6, near mint plus, to 9.8, near mint mint. ROM Space Knight number 18. $25 for the pair. Claim it and it's yours. Today's Lightning Rod special value. Did you catch that, Doug? I'm going to swap out Tales of Suspense. Oh, you already have them. Ah, too bad. Well, too bad for me. Not too bad for you, because they're good issues. Okay, we are going to swap out Tales of Suspense. You are free to contact me after the show via either Facebook or Messenger if you want to talk to me about any of the books that have not sold. Because any book that is not sold, like this, is still available or are still available. Excuse me, I was just wetting my whistle for a second. Hope everybody's enjoying the show with the new format. Here's the next book. Classic Silver Age. It's a claim item from DC. It is Batman, Volume 1, number 166. Batman, Volume 1, number 166. The story is by Ed Herron. The art is by Sheldon Moldoff. Signed as Bob Kane, but it was actually Sheldon Moldoff. Inks by Joe Giella. The cover is by Carmine Infantino and Joe Giella. This is a classic Batman cover. This came out in September of 1964. The grade range on this book is between 5.5, fine minus, and 6.0, fine condition. This is a buy it now. Claim this book and it is yours for $75. $75 and this book is yours. We're putting this in the A spot. It is a claim item. All right, let's see what else we got going. Okay, we're going to swap out the Batman Returns cards. It's a fun set. It is complete. There may not be cellophane or factory seal on the box, but all of the cards, all the packs inside are factory sealed, never opened. The box comes 36 to a box, but you're going to get 37 in this box. Photo cards from the Batman Returns film starring Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, and Christopher Walken. Hello, we have a bid on the cards. Reyes needed some time to think about it, and now he puts in his bid, $24. Thank you, Reyes. $24 is the bid to beat on the Batman Returns cards. You got an awesome set there coming your way. That is provided you win and nobody snatches it from you. If anybody has designs on this other than Reyes, you only have a few minutes to act before this auction closes. It was calling to me. Yeah, I know, I could hear it. And I actually liked both Michael Keaton Batman films. Although the one pet peeve I had with the first Batman film was that the costume, the cowl and cape, was designed in such a way that, if you notice, it prevented Michael Keaton from turning his head. So if he had to turn to the right, instead of turning his neck, he'd have to turn his whole body. And I actually hated that. I think they improved that a little bit in Batman Returns. All right, so the next book, while I give other people a chance to get in on the Batman Returns cards, if they're going to, the next book is an auction item. I'm going to swap out our G book, our Classics Illustrated, featuring Cyrano de Bergerac. I'm going to put in something in its place. The bid to beat on Auction D, the Batman Returns movie photo card box, is $24. We're swapping out G. Remember, any book that has not sold or has not been claimed is still available. Misspelled garbage. Oh, I remember when the Garbage Tale kids, you actually said the Garage Pal kids, but who's counting? Yeah, I thought those were ugly suckers. Ugly, homely little babies. I never saw what the fascination was in the Garbage Pail Kids, but people love them. All right, going to introduce a new book in the G spot, an auction item, Bronze Age from DC Comics. Okay, our next book, Bronze Age DC, is Adventure Comics Volume 1, number 432. This was a critically acclaimed run in Adventure Comics, featuring The Spectre by Jim Aparo. Love these stories. Absolutely love these stories. One of the best Bronze Age runs. The stories inside are by Michael Fleischer and Steve Skeets. The art is by Jim Aparo and Alex Nino. The cover is by Jim Aparo. This is the second issue, probably the spookiest Spectre stories that you'll ever want to read. This is the second issue of the Spectre run, and I think the Spectre ran for 10 issues in Adventure Comics, starting with issue number 431. Also, there is a backup story of the Indio character of Captain Fear, which is a pirate adventure. Captain Fear makes his fifth appearance in this issue. That is the backup story. That's the story by Steve Skeets and Alex Nino. This came out in March, April. It was a bi-monthly book, even though it says April on the cover. March, April, 1974. Bi-monthly book. The grade range on this is 8.0 fine condition to 8.5 fine plus condition. The opening bid on this issue is $16. Opening bid, $16. This is going in our G spot. No jokes, please. Write the letter G in or write the title of the book, whichever strikes your fancy, if you wish to bid on this issue. Batman Returns movie photo cards going once. $24 from Reyes Galavis. Get in on it while you can. It's not going to be here much longer. Got another claim book coming up. We're going to swap out that Wolverine. Volume 2, number 10. A classic combat between Wolverine and Sabretooth. Oh, that's the auction. I'm sorry. We're going to swap out the New Teen Titans. Anything that has not sold or has not been claimed is still available. All right. Coming up next is a fun book. Copper Age Marvel. And it's a key issue. Copper Age claim from Marvel. All right, here's our next book, the Copper Age Marvel claim. Rocket Raccoon, number 1. Remember Rocket from the Guardians of the Galaxy? Rocket Raccoon, number 1. Story by Bill Mantlo. Art and cover by Mike Mignola of Hellboy fame. With inks by Al Milgrom. What a fun book this is. Key issue, third appearance of Rocket Raccoon. This is his third appearance in Marvel continuity. That Incredible Hulk issue that he'd appeared in, some people think that's his first appearance. No, that's his second. The first one is a Marvel magazine. I want to say either Marvel Premiere or Marvel Preview, something like that. This issue came out in May of 1985. The grade range is 8.0, very fine, to 8.5, very fine plus condition. But buy it now on this issue is $60. Claim it, and it is yours for $60. Oh, looks like we got some more action. Hold on. All your comics are fun books, says Cindy. And we've got a $16 bid on Adventure Comics. All right. Anybody wants Rocket Raccoon, either type in the name of the book or type in the letter C to claim it at $60. Rodney Cooling has a $16 bid, opening bid on Adventure Comics 432. It is the high bid. $16 is the bid to beat. And speaking of bids, $24 from Reyes Galaviz on the Batman Returns movie photo cards. The card box with 37 unopened packs in it, going twice. This may be your last chance to attempt to outbid Reyes, if you can. Let's see what else we got coming up. I'm having a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys are too. When is a comic not a comic? Now we're going to swap out Wolverine. Where do you get a load of this? When is a comic not a comic? Or first, let me move off Wolverine. The opening bid on this was $50. Anything that has not sold or has not been claimed is still available. Contact me if you have second thoughts on it, if you change your mind. Back to my question. When is a comic not a comic? When it is a toy. Ooh. Yes, I know, Cindy, you had been sorely missed. So, hello, what have we here? This is a modern age Hasbro Toys Reserve auction. Hang in there, Robert. I know you said earlier that you saw some things. You know, you can't call those things out. I can bring them up sooner rather than later. So if you remember what things you had your eye on, just type it in, let me know, and I'll pull it out of the rotation. All right, this is the G.I. Joe 12-inch Desert Air Defense figure. 12-inch, it's a foot tall. It doesn't have the kung fu grip. I used to love those. They had like the real hair too. had to look like the real fuzzy hair. Well, it wasn't real hair, but it was whatever they made the hair out of, and it was fuzzy. Just loved. He kept rubbing his head. This is a factory sealed action figure. 12-inch figure, complete with a Stinger missile. Wearing desert camouflage pants and a matching helmet. It has a beige t-shirt. Is it beige? Anybody who's been in the military, please correct me. Has on his boots. And their dog tags in here too. Great figure. Here's the back of it. That's what he looks like when he's all assembled. He's put all his clothes on him and the weapon in his hand. This came out in 2000. I sat on this one for a long time. The grade range on this is an 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine near mint condition. As you can see, still factory sealed in the packaging. Edges are a little frayed, but that's to be expected. This is a reserve auction, which means there's a hidden auction, a hidden bid price. I started off reasonable, and in order to hit the reserve, you'll have to keep bidding. Nobody but me knows where the reserve price lands on. Please know I am not under any obligation to sell this if it does not hit the reserve. But once it does hit the reserve, I'll let everybody know. And then I'll be obligated to sell. So we're starting the opening bid. There we go. Oops. Hold on. Opening bid is $25. Well, yeah, you like the small ones. Robert likes the small ones. But that's cool too. $25 opening bid. It's not the reserve price. If you bid, let's say $25, you've obviously not hit the reserve price. I'll say thank you for your bid. $25 is the high bid, but the reserve has not been met. And then somebody else bids a little bit higher. And it'll keep going until somebody hits the reserve. Or perhaps nobody hits the reserve and it closes without a sale. But that's okay too. But you know it's an auction. All right. Let's close out that Batman Returns movie photo card set. Last chance, everybody. If anybody's going to put a bid in for it, do it now. Reyes Galvez is poised to win this item unless somebody else puts another bid in. $24 on the Batman Returns movie photo cards box going once. $24 from Reyes Galaviz going twice. Sold. Reyes Galaviz is the winner at $24. Let's get a posted on that puppy. All right, yay, you indeed. And I'm going to replace Batman Returns with another auction item. All right. You're good to go. Congratulations. Well done. All right. Next up, new auction item. Bronze Age DC. Bronze Age DC. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, next item. Bronze Age DC Comics auction. It is Tarzan. Tarzan of the Apes. Number 236. Love me some Tarzan. Story and cover by Joe Kubert, one of the masters of comic art. The art inside is by Joe Kubert and Frank Reyes. From April 1975, the grade range is 7.0, fine, very fine, to 7.5, very fine minus. This is a claim item. Buy it now at $7. Claim it and it is yours for $7. Type in the letter D or the title. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say this was a... Ah, yes, that is exactly what that means. I'm sorry. Not a claim item on Tarzan. It is an auction. My mistake. It is an auction item. $7 is the opening bid. $7 opening bid on... Oh, I see what I did. You know what? Let me correct this right now. Yes, that is what reserve not net means. And that's set up for the seller's protection so that they don't undersell whatever the item is. They want to be able to get their money's worth out of it, at least what they paid for it, if not what they paid for it plus a modest profit. All right, so here's what I'll do. This is not an auction item. We will make this a claim. I'll have to correct that in my notes. That's fine. We're going to swap out this Batman issue. Classic cover issue of Batman, number 166. This is our A item. Claim it at $7. And anything that has not sold or has not been claimed is still available. All right, so that's corrected. Thank you for the explanation. I learned something new today. It's always cool to learn something new. So, and you're welcome. All right, so the next item you need to throw an auction item in that D spot. I've got it. New auction item spot coming up. With a low opening bid. Adventure Comics number 432, going once for $16 from Rodney Cooling. Here's the next issue. This is a Copper Age Marvel Comics auction item. Come on. Hold on. Oh, this is ridiculous. My notes are scrolling and they're not stopping. Hold on. Oh, what a pain this is. Just let it scroll all the way to the top before I can fix it. Well, that was a pain in my posterior. Now it's scrolling all the way down. Why is it doing that? This has never happened to me before. And it's annoying. Now it's scrolling all the way back down. It's scrolling all the way to the bottom. Alright, I'm not going to wait on that. Good thing I've got a printed copy of my notes. All right. Oh, it finally stopped. Sorry about the delay, folks. Hold on one second. There it is. All right, we're back in business. All right, here we go. Okay, this is a Copper Age Marvel auction item. The Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, number 248. Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, number 248. Story by Chris Claremont. The art and cover by Jim Lee and Dan Green. This is a key issue in that it is the first Jim Lee interior art and cover on the Uncanny X-Men. First X-Men art for Jim Lee. Appearances in this issue by Gateway, Nanny and Orphan Maker, Spiral, Donald Pierce of the Hellfire Club, Lady Deathstrike, The Reavers, Longshot, and Mojo. It's got everybody in this issue. September 1989 is when this came out. The grade range is 7.0, fine, very fine, to 7.5, very fine, minus condition. The opening bid on this issue is $5. $5 is the opening bid. It is in the auction D spot. Second call for Adventure Comics number 432. $16 from Rodney Cooling, going twice. Your last chance to outbid Rodney is coming up. Let's see what else is next. I think we've got another Lightning Rod special value coming up. Yes, we do. By the way, that reminds me, Doug, are you still with us? And did you change your mind about those 2 rounds? Oh, I take that back. You said you have them. You do have them. So never mind. X-Men 248, first Jim Lee on X-Men. Is that a bid? You're placing a bid, Doug? Have them. Looked in my inventory wrong. Are you talking about the 2 ROM issues? You're confirming that you have them? No bid on X-Men. Not from Doug, but we do have one from Rodney. Just a factoid. Got it. I love factoids. If you can't have an Altoid, at least have a factoid. Wetting my whistle. Okay, I see you, Rodney. Before I introduce our next today's Lightning Rod special value, I'm going to close out Adventure Comics. I'm here, in and out. Okay, Rodney. Stay with me because you're about to win something unless somebody has something else to say about it. All right. Even though I put the information in on our next book, we're going to do the closeout on Adventure Comics, number 432. $16 going once from Rodney Cooling. This is your last chance, everybody else, to put in a bid on this book. Some of the creepiest Spectre stories out there ran in Adventure Comics. $16 going twice from Rodney Cooling. Adventure Comics number 432 by the great Jim Aparo and Michael Fleischer, writer. And sold to Rodney Cooling, $16. That's awesome sauce. Well done, Rodney. Congratulations. All right, we're closing out round 17 and 18. Please remember, anything that has not sold is still available. Here's the next book. This is a great Western title from DC Comics. Today's Lightning Rod special value. It's our second one of the day. Bronze Age, DC Comics. You know, all of our today's Lightning Rod special values are claimed. This is Weird Western Tales, Volume 1, number 12. The stories inside are by John Albano, Carrie Bates, Sergio Aragonés, and Denny O'Neil with Ed Herron. The art is by Tony DeZuniga. Whoops. I want to make sure I have the pronunciation of this last name right. Tony DeZuniga. That's what it is. The art is by Tony DeZuniga, Neil Adams, and the Neil Adams story is inked by Bernie Wrightson, Nick Cardy, and Carmine Infantino. The cover is by the great Joe Kubert. There are stories inside by Jonah Hex, El Diablo. The El Diablo is a great story. That's the Neil Adams story. Batlash, that's Nick Cardy. And Powwow Smith, that's Carmine. The reprints inside are from Batlash number 7 from October-November 1969, and Western Comics number 58, July-August 1956. That's where the Powwow Smith story comes from. This was published June-July 1972. The grade range is 7.5, fine, very fine, to 8.0, very fine condition. This book is a $75 value. Today's lightning rod special value is $50. $50. Today's lightning rod special value. And we're going to throw a new auction item in that G spot. Please, no jokes. Ah, I know what I got next. Great auction set. Once again, honoring George Perez. 2 issues. Put that in the feed. Bronze Age DC set coming up. And we're going to watch this one climb. This is not, although most people, once they see this, would probably expect me to put a reserve on it. I am not going to do that. And I am going to start the bidding on this 2-issue set at $1. $1. Let me get the sticker ready. And I'm expecting this to climb. I'm going to be surprised if it doesn't climb. I'll be very surprised. But I will honor what it closes at. So don't disappoint me, y'all, because I haven't disappointed you. You will get in this set, hold on. All right. You will get in this set, get this, the new Teen Titans Annual number 2, featuring the first appearance of Vigilante 2, actually. Because Vigilante 1 is the guy in the blue cowboy suit and the white hat and the red bandana on his face. That's Vigilante 1. This is Vigilante 2, Adrian Chase. And Vigilante books are going up because of the HBO Max, I think it's HBO Max, Peacemaker series, starring John Cena. Because Vigilante appears in that series. So Vigilante appearances are going up. This is the first appearance of Vigilante 2 And you will also get Vigilante Volume 1, Number 1, which is the second appearance of Vigilante 2. Both of these in one set. The stories are by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. The artwork is by George Perez and Pablo Marcos and Keith Pollard and Dick Giordano. The covers are by George Perez and Keith Pollard. Great stuff. What a set. Opening bid $1. September 1983, November 1983. Grade range 8.0, very fine, to 8.5, very fine plus. 9.0, very fine near mint, to 9.2. 9.2 is near mint minus. Opening bid $1. Now, first appearance, Vigilante 2. Second appearance, Vigilante 2, otherwise known as former Judge Adrian Chase. And we have a $1 bid in from Doug Wells. Also, in the New Teen Titans Annual number 2, first appearance of Cheshire, first appearance of Harbinger, and first appearance of the Monitor. Harbinger and the Monitor are most closely associated with the upcoming, at that time, series Crisis on Infinite Earths. They were just starting the build-up for Crisis in these books. We have a $1 bid so far. Who will give me more? $1 opening bid. Douglas Wells has it. Who will top that? Rodney Cooling says $2. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'd love to see this 2-issue set climb. We're at $2 so far. Rodney Cooling is the high bidder. Whoa, it's jumped. Reyes is at $20. Rodney is at $25. Look at that. There you go. That's what I want to see. We are currently at a $25 high bid from Rodney Cooling. Great issues. Reyes has now pushed it to 30. Reyes has bumped it to 30. Rodney is at 32. This is what I like to see. This is the thrill of auction combat. Got some other great books coming up. Origin 2, which is the story of Wolverine, issue number 1 with a Scotty Young variant cover. Silver Surfer number 1 by John Byrne. We're at $35 from Reyes. $35 on the Vigilante set. New Teen Titans Annual number 2 and Vigilante Volume 1 number 1. Golden Legacy, issue number 12, featuring Black Cowboys. I got to throw something in for Black History Month. Star Wars Screaming Citadel #1, featuring an appearance by Black Chrysanthemum. If anybody's been watching the Book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus, they know the Black Wookiee mercenary known as Chrysanthemum. His appearances in comics are going up in value very quickly. Get your hands on it. It'll be out soon. Got a Spider-Man book and record set. We've got an issue of Moon Knight. We have the Atom and Hawkman in their own title. We have Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, more Black History Month stuff. Spawn, also technically more Black History Month stuff. Disney Comics and Stories, a very valuable issue coming up. DC vs. Vampires, the first 3 issues. Cool set. More George Perez Titans. Wolverine #1, the miniseries. A few months ago, Douglas Wells bought a copy off of me. Now I have another one. Timeless, the hot Marvel book about Kang the Conqueror, featuring a cover that ties into the Loki series on Disney Plus. Plus so much more. We're at $35 from Reyes Galvez. He has the high bid. Any other bids, Rodney? Any bids from anyone else? We're going to swap out that $7 Tarzan for another claim book. That's coming up. Oh, more movement. Rodney Cooling's at 36. The artist of the Wolverine is coming to a comic convention in my area in April. Which artist? Which artist, Robert? Is that Joe Rubenstein? That link you sent me earlier? We're at $36, the high bid from Rodney Cooling. Reyes, what would you like to do? Cool. I went to school with Joe Rubenstein. He went to the School of Visual Arts. And I think he went to the School of Art and Design as well, which is also where I went to. Reyes is at 37. $37 is the high bid for the Vigilante 2-issue set. Vigilante 2 first appearance, the new Teen Titans Annual #2. Vigilante 2 second appearance. Vigilante Volume 1, Number 1. Both books are being offered as a set. We started it off at $1. It has climbed to $37. Vigilante books are hot, based on Vigilante's appearance on the TV series Peacemaker. I'm going to throw this in. $37 from Reyes Galaviz. Going once. We're at $38 from Rodney Cooling. Hey there, I see her. How you doing? Reyes is out. Everything and anything. Oh, let's see. What did you miss? Mostly comics. Missed ROM issue 17 and 18. Classic Batman. We're honoring the artist that is in the process of unfortunately passing away, George Perez. We have several of his books up. Two of them are up on the screen now. One is that X-Men, which is Uncanny X-Men Annual number 3. That's artwork by George Perez. And the other is this book at the bottom on the far left, the New Teen Titans Annual number 2. That's George Perez. That's part of the set. And the set is that issue and the issue next to it, Vigilante, Volume 2, Number 1. I'm sorry, it's Volume 1, Number 1. Any art collections? Nothing on today's show, but I may have something on the next show. All right. On the Vigilante set, New Teen Titans Annual 2 and Vigilante Volume 1, Number 1. From Rodney Cooling, $38. Going once. $38 from Rodney Cooling, going twice. And hold on, we've got a Rodney Cooling bid on the Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, Number 248. We'll say that's going once. The Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, number 248, first Jim Lee issue, going twice. Oh, I wish I had Action Comics number 1. Oh my God. I couldn't even put it on this show. I'd be scared to put that on this show. Okay, we're about to have a double closure. On the X-Men, Volume 1, number 248. High bid is $5 from Rodney Cooling. Going once, going twice. Sold on the Uncanny X-Men 248. Now, the Vigilante set. New Teen Titans Annual number 2. And Vigilante Volume 1 going 1. Wait, Vigilante Volume 1 number 1, I meant to say. We're at $38 on that from Rodney Cooling. Going once. $38 going twice. Sold. All of which go to Rodney Cooling. All right, let's put these puppies to bed. Oops. Oh, thank you. Yes, where does he get those toys indeed? All right. So on this one, all right, you've got that one. Well done. Congratulations. And you put up a valiant fight, Reyes. You are to be commended. After all, there are no losers on Lightning Rod Collectibles. All right, so you got both of these for $38. Well done indeed, Rodney. You like it. All right, let's see what we got next. Did I win the giveaway yet? Nope. $38 is still a very good deal compared to what I've been seeing online. Yes, I have been seeing that too. You are welcome, Rodney. You are absolutely welcome. All right. Next ones are auctions, and I've got to replace a claim. So Let's see. We'll pull our next auction item up. Ah, yes. If anybody's been watching the Book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus, one of the coolest things about that show is the appearance of the Wookiee mercenary, Black Chrysanthemum. And I very much enjoyed it. But an interesting byproduct of that is that Black Chrysanthemum's appearances in comics have started to go up and up and up. So I'm going to present to you a Black Chrysanthemum appearance in a Marvel Star Wars comic. They're starting to get hard to find now. Let's put this in the feed. Wait till you see this. This is going to be a Diamond Age Marvel Comics auction item. All right, here it is. You have before you Diamond Age Marvel Star Wars item on auction. Star Wars Screaming Citadel #1. The story is by Kieron Gillen. The art and the cover are by Marco Cicchetto. Appearances in this issue by Luke Skywalker, Dr. Aphra, Black Chrysanthemum, the droids 000 and BT-1, Sama Staros, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. Cool issue. It's from July 2017. The grade range is 9.8 near mint condition to 9.9 mint condition. The opening bid on this issue is $6. $6 is the opening bid. Just type in the letter D to place a bid, or type in Star Wars if you want. Opening bid is $6. Okay, we got, and Douglas Wells puts in $6. Thank you, Doug. While we're waiting on more bids, I'm sure there's going to be some more bids on this one. I got to put another auction item in. By the way, there is a free prize for the winning bidder who has a bid on Star Wars Screaming Citadel a bid of $20 or more, you will win a prize if your bid equals or surpasses $20. Here comes another auction item. Anybody else with any other bids on Star Wars? Reyes says $10. We're at $10 from Reyes Galvez. Meanwhile, while we're waiting to see how Screaming Citadel does, Black Croissant, y'all, we're going to throw in another auction item. We're going to put it in the G spot. Please, no jokes. This book is going to be a Bronze Age Marvel auction item. We're at $10. Will there be any more bids on Star Wars Screaming Citadel #1? There's a free prize in it for anybody who hits or surpasses a $20 bid on that book. And in the meantime, here's our next auction item. Moon Knight Volume 1, number 10, Bronze Age Marvel. The story is by Doug Moench. The art and cover are by Bill Sienkiewicz. This issue features the third appearance of the villains Bushman and the Midnight Man. This is from August 1981. The grade range on this issue is 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine near mint. It's an auction item. The opening bid is $10. Opening bid on this item is $10. Just type in the letter G. That's the spot it's in. Do we have any more bids on Screaming Citadel from Star Wars, issue #1? High bid is at $10 from Reyes Galvez. If you want the free gift, the bidding has to hit or surpass $20. Otherwise, I'm going to say on Star Wars Screaming Citadel #1, $10 from Reyes Galvez. Going once. Douglas, you didn't want to try again? $10 on Moon Knight from Douglas Wells. Thank you, Doug. Douglas, are you still thinking about Star Wars? He's going to pass on Star Wars. All right. $10. Going twice on Star Wars Screaming Citadel. Number 1. From Reyes Galaviz. I'm going to take the time to swap out the Tarzan book by Joe Kubert. Tarzan number 236 from the great Joe Kubert. It's a claim of $7. Anything that has not sold is still available. And in its place, our next claim item going in the A spot. Origin 2, the continuation of Logan, alias Wolverine's origin, and how he got his claws. This is a Diamond Age Marvel Comics claim item. Origin 2, number 1B. It is a variant by artist Scotty Young. Great Scotty Young cover. Because of the whimsical way he draws Marvel characters as children, his covers are always in high demand. The story is by Kieron Gillen. It's the same person who wrote Star Wars Screaming Citadel, number 1. The art is by Adam Kubert, one of Joe's children, one of Joe Kubert's children. Great comic book artists, learned from their father, the master. Brothers Andy and Adam Kubert both follow in the comic industry after their father's footsteps. The variant cover by Scotty Young. This is a continuation of Wolverine's origin story. From February 2014, the grade range is 9.6 near mint plus to 9.8 near mint condition. This is a buy it now. Claim it, and it is yours for $18. Claim it, and it is yours for $18. It is in the A spot. Type in origin or type in the letter A, and it is yours for $18. I said Screaming Citadel was going once at $10 from Reyes Galaviz. Now it's going to say going twice at $10. And we're going to clear out the G.I. Joe figure. I thought that would have moved, but there's always another time. Anything that has not sold or has not been claimed is still available. All right. Got another auction item. All right. I throw this in light of Black History Month. All right. We'll put this in the feed. In honor of Black History Month, we have Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, number 7, Bronze Age marble. This is an auction item, my friends. The story is by Steve Englehart, the art by George Tuska and Billy Graham. The cover is by Billy Graham. No, not the evangelist. This book came out in March of 1973. The grade range is 7.5, very fine minus, to 8.0, very fine condition. This is an auction item. The opening bid is $12. $12 is the opening bid. It's going in our B spot. type in the letter D or type in Luke Cage or Hero for Hire to place your bid. We've got basically about 25 minutes left to the show. Thereabouts. Still got more great stuff coming your way. All right. Star Wars Screaming Citadel, #1. Going once. Going twice. Reyes Galaviz has the high bid at $10. Do you have another Wolverine #1? Yes, I do. It's not quite the same condition as the one I sold you a few months ago, but it's close. And sold. Sold is Star Wars Screaming Citadel, #1 for $10 to Reyes Galaviz. All right. That's a great pickup, Reyes. And you know what? I'm going to give you the free prize anyway. The free prize is a Star Wars Boba Fett enamel pin. Isn't that cool? That's fun. This is an $8 value. And it is yours, my friend, with Lightning Rod's compliments. That's neat. Hope you enjoy that. Reyes, you still with us? What's the deal, Doug? Are you interested in another Wolverine one? Did you want to see it? Let's see, I got another auction item coming up. You would like to see it. Okay. It's a reserve auction. So I'll put it in the D spot. Hold on, I'll tell you. Okay, here we go. Wolverine #1. First issue of the first miniseries. Let's put this in the feed. All right, Bronze Age Marvel. This is a reserve auction item. Wolverine Volume 1, #1. Story by Chris Claremont, art and cover by Frank Miller and Joseph Rubinstein. Key issue, first Wolverine appearance in his own solo title from September 1982. The grade range is 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.0, very fine, near mint condition. It's got a minute amount of color fading in this tiny corner right here. I don't know if you can see it. Well, wait, I can do this. Trying to get the camera to focus. Other than that, spine looks very good. Couple of tiny ticks. They're not blatant. They're small. They are tiny ticks. We're doing this as a reserve auction. Opening bid on this is $1. Opening bid $1. I am obligated to sell this copy once the reserve has been met. And I guarantee you, to Doug, I guarantee you, the reserve is nowhere near the price on what you paid for the other one. Put that in the D spot. Rodney Cooling says $1. Who will give me more? We have an opening bid of $1 from Rodney Cooling, reserve not met. We're going to swap out that Rocket Raccoon claim in just a moment. Douglas Wells says $75. That's a great big jump, and I appreciate it. Reserve not met. But you are a whole lot closer. Douglas Wells is now at $80. $80. Great bid. Thank you. Reserve not met. I actually thought of you when I picked up this second copy. By the way, I'm talking to Doug. We're holding at $80. Do I have any more bids? You're a whole lot closer. Rodney Cooling now has $82. $82 is the high bid. Reserve not met. Once the reserve hits, is the moment that I become obligated to sell the book at whatever it sells for. You're getting closer. That's all I will say. You are getting closer. Douglas Wells' jump from $1 to $75 helped. Who will push the envelope a little bit further? We have an $82 bid from Rodney Cooling. Do I hear more? If we close at $82, you may all consider the book not sold. Reserve has not been met yet. Who will give me more? Douglas Wells is at $85. Very good, very good. Thank you. Reserve not met. Getting closer still. Rodney's at $86. $86 from Rodney Cooling. Reserve not met. Push it, gentlemen. Push it. Robert Kennedy is at $100. Reserve met. Now I'm obligated to sell it. Does anybody want to continue? Who wants this book bad enough? $100 is now the high bid from Robert Kennedy. Douglas Wells is at $100. We already have a $100 bid, Doug. You have to go higher. Robert Kennedy has the $100 bid. Douglas Wells is now at $105. Douglas Wells has the high bid at $105. Rodney, you have to come up. Douglas Douglas Wells was the first one to put down 105. Rodney, you have to go higher. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. I can't do it without you guys. I'll definitely be including the books that I have not put up yet on the next show. We've actually got about 10 minutes left. I don't know if we've got time for anything else. Robert is at 110. Robert is at 110. Robert Kennedy, $110. Anyone else? $110 for Wolverine #1, Volume 1, from Robert Kennedy, going once. You know I gotta do what I can to light a fire under everybody. Oh well, it's the last auction. 115. Oh, Doug, you came in a little bit too late. Rodney beat you to it with that 115 bid. If you want to win it, you have to go higher. 115 is the high bid from Rodney Cooling. Rodney Cooling has the high bid at $115 for Wolverine #1. Douglas Wells says, with the shades on, 116. Douglas Wells has the high bid with 116. $116 for Wolverine #1, going once. Robert Kennedy is out. That was a valiant fight, Robert. So now it's between Doug Wells and Rodney Cooling. Rodney is at 118. It's as if they both have. Yes, I can do that. No problem, Robert. Douglas Wells is at 120. It's as if both Douglas and Rodney each have Wolverine claws and they're just hacking and slashing at each other, and sparks are flying. $120 for Wolverine Volume 1, #1, has bid by Douglas Wells, going once. $120 from Douglas Wells for Wolverine Volume 1, Number 1. Rodney is out. Good show, Rodney. Valiant fight. Douglas Wells at $120 going twice for Wolverine Number 1. Going once, $120. Going twice, sold to Douglas Wells for $120. Somehow I have to admit, deep down in my heart, I knew you would get your hands on this second copy. Congratulations. That was an awesome fight, gentlemen. Also, I want to tell you guys, if you know of a comic book website called hipcomic.com, we have Lightning Rod Collectibles has a store that we just opened up. It's only got a handful of books, but we will be growing that store. So be sure to go to hipcomic.com and check out the Lightning Rod Collectibles store. It is yours, my friend. Real panache. I always like that word. That is awesome sauce. And also, I cannot. No, let's do that. Hold on a second. There's something else that you get. I'm giving a freebie out for winning Wolverine 1. Let me just scroll through my notes. And I'm going to say Moon Knight number 10 at $10 from Doug Wells going once. While I'm scrolling through my notes. There it is. The winning bidder. Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me, Rodney. I'll do that next. Hold on. Winning bidder on Wolverine 1 with a winning bid of $120 or more shall receive a Diamond Age Marvel Comics hardcover X-Men God Loves, Man Kills extended cut original graphic novel. It is still factory sealed in hardcover. Story by Chris Claremont, art by Brent Eric Anderson and Marcos Martin. Cover by Brent Eric Anderson. It is a factory sealed gallery edition, reprinting the critically acclaimed Marvel graphic novel, Marvel graphic novel issue number 5 from January 1982. Appearance by Magneto and the first appearance of Reverend William Stryker from December 2020. The grade range on this is 9.9 mint condition to 10.0 gem mint. It is a $28 value at retail, and it is at this grade range, it is worth approximately $88. Plus, for winning Wolverine number 1 and this, Doug, you win also free shipping on your order today. So, congratulations, jackpot. You did very well, very well. All right, let's close out the other auctions. And then I have a request from Robert. He wants to see a Spawn issue. And then we'll close out the show. So first, on auction F, from Rodney Cooling, $16. Going once for Uncanny X-Men Annual number 3. Supporting the legacy of George Perez. $16 on X-Men Annual 3, going twice. And sold. Yeah, I wish I could offer free international shipping. I really wish I could. But of course, you understand that. X-Men Annual 3 is now sold to Rodney Cooling for $16. Okay, we'll do Moon Knight next. We'll close that out. Thank you, Rodney. Great win. Yeah, wish it wasn't. Anything with Thanos? No, not this show, but next show I'll have something. Next show I will definitely have something. Now, for Moon Knight, $10 going once from Douglas Wells. Moon Knight number 10 from Volume 1, $10. That's from Douglas Wells. Going twice. And sold. All right. Doug is proving out to be the big winner today. I am so looking forward to the Moon Knight Disney Plus TV series. To watch those books continue to climb in value. Thank you, sweetie. Hope everybody likes my new setup. I'm going to get as much mileage out of this as I can. There you go, Doug, my friend. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll have another show next weekend. So, one last thing. Oh, I think I have not one but two Spawn issues. Yes, I do. Robert, you still with me? First, I'll put this one here. So I'll try and do it next Saturday, but I don't know for certain yet. So I will get back to everybody on that. Here's the first one. I got two of them, Robert. This one's an auction item. Good night, Doug. Thank you so much. It'll be late this evening into early tomorrow morning, since I work graveyard. I will send out all invoices during that time period. All right. I have this one, which is Spawn number 13. Modern Age Image Comics auction item. Story and cover by Todd McFarlane. Art by Todd McFarlane, which includes a pinup of Spawn by Walt Simonson. There are appearances inside by Youngblood, which consists of Badrock, Chapel, Die Hard, and Shaft. Spawn battles Die Hard. There's Die Hard right there. And disfigures him. And wait till you see how he does it. Robert says $8, which is the opening bid. The grade range on this issue is 9.0, very fine near mint, to 9.2 near mint minus, from August 1993. So we have an $8 bid. And wait till you see the other one. Hold on. Let me scroll through my notes to get it. Here it is. Okay, here comes the other one, Robert. And we'll close out the show with these last two books. Spawn number 8. Spawn number 8, Modern Age Image. This is a claim. Even though it says auction on number 13, I'll make that a claim too. The story is by Alan Moore, guest writer, creator of The Watchmen. Art and cover by Todd McFarlane. This is a key issue, first appearance of the Vindicator. And in this issue, Spawn torments a child molester. This is from February 1993. The grade range, 9.8, near mint to 9.9 mint condition. The buy it now on this one is $15. So we'll make this a buy it now. Let's move this out of the way. And we'll put them both together under claim. Number 8 is 15, and number 13 is 8. Yes, I can, Rodney. But I will bill you tonight. But yes, I will hold them. So Robert, what do you want to do? Okay. Robert, you're still with me. Claim on Spawn 8. So that's 15, and I'm turning Spawn 13 into a claim. And that was at 8. That's $23 total. All right, sold. Yes, I am very pleased with how it went. And I hope all of my winners are pleased. And I hope everybody that watched was pleased with the new format. You'll be seeing a lot more of it. It is time to say goodbye to all my company. Yes, you will, Rodney. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Reyes. Thank you, Douglas. It's been fun. This was a fun show. So thank you so much for your continued patronage of Lightning Rod Collectibles. We'll have more great stuff for you on our next show. I'll let you know during the week when the next show is. And also, please keep an eye out for our growing store, our growing internet store on hipcomic.com. Just punch in Lightning Rod Collectibles and you'll see it. There I am. Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining me. This has been Lightning Rod Collectibles Live, episode number 454. I remain your host, Michael D. Lepine. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to doing business with you and having fun with you next time. How you like my cool shirt? Have a good one, guys. I got to go to bed very shortly because I got to work the midnight oil. Have a good one, everybody. Tonight, invoices go out, so look for them, and I'll see you next time.